Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's matchup between the uh, Tarleton Texan Esports and the Viterbo V-Hawks, as it is presented in front of me. Um, we are a few minutes off of starting the game, and yeah, with that, we're in the ban phase right now, and we will be back uh, just briefly to do introductions. All right, now we are back with introductions. I'll be your first commentator, Devin, aka Coalescence Gamer, and I am joined by um,
Golden Flame, aka Kaylin.
all right, I have sent you the invite.
Alright, I am in.
And apologies in advance, we will not be able to do all spectator for this game. Unfortunately, like last week, this has been decided by both teams ahead of time. There's a external process we have to go through that it's a really long story we cannot explain on tonight's stream, but we will try and keep everything as well explained as best as we can. The teams are readying up and heading almost ready to head into the first map of tonight's game. We are playing Control on Ilios for the first map of tonight's game. And as the second game went 2 weeks ago, we couldn't cast. I do have news that it was another undefeated win for the Tarleton Texans. So, with that in the way, Texan Esports is going into the playoffs here tonight as the first game with an undefeated record, which is pretty impressive. Kaylin, do you have anything to add to that?
I'm super proud of our team for making it to playoffs. It's a big accomplishment for them, and we'll see how far they can go.
Let alone undefeated in the regular season.
Definitely an impressive accomplishment from Texan Esports Overwatch team.
No mistakes, no mercy.
And with that, the first point is live, and let's get this on the road. Pretty strong team comp for Texan Esports, going with the standard Big Me Man's going with Roadhog.
Probably gonna look for some cheeky picks here with that hook.
Interesting choice on Fried Rice playing Alari here for the first point, and seems BCD for the other team has chosen to go Zarya into Roadhog, which is an interesting pick, and looks like the V-Hawks are going to step on the point for the first bit. Satchel Soka playing the high ground as per usual on Ilios. Vowel getting
Vowel
first pick, but unfortunately Honey with the return pick on Big Meme Man's. And it looks like Fried Rice and Dampish Penny picking off the supports each. And it looks like the Texans will take this point as Big Meme Man's on his approach back.
Definitely a great display of teamwork there on that first team fight. Let's see if they can keep up their momentum.
It's definitely an interesting first play on this map.
Looks like Vowel might be looking for a cheeky Death Blossom here. Yep, there he goes.
Unfortunately,
right
he gets
there.
no picks. Oh, he
And
ends
taken
it.
out too.
Took BCD, but unfortunately, it was a revive. I'm still interesting pick on the Zarya. Still.
Very unlucky ult there.
Oh, Satchel Soka taking off Honey. It looks like we've got two more ultimates in play. Oh,
Big ult from the
Holy
other team, Zarya there.
holy smokes. It looks like Vowel was the only one picked off by the V-Hawk's Death
The
Blossom.
double ult there.
But still,
Double ult there from the other team, Zarya and Reaper. That is an actually very good combo. I haven't thought of that one before.
the fact that Texan Esports has epically recovered, only losing one team member,
That's pretty impressive.
it's an interesting look. Looks like Big Me-Mans is waiting for them to approach. Satchel Soak is taking them in the long run, and Vowel's holding the high ground on him. Oh, Satchel Soka swaps to Soldier 76. I didn't even realize for a second. Oh, Big Me-Man's
unfortunately getting taken out there.
He got hit by an anti-healing grenade and the other team as a whole. That is an unfortunate pick.
Very unfortunate. He was doing some great
Vowel-
damage there.
Vowel and Honey Inspector Vowel and Satchel Soka, apologies, keeping the team off the point. And that is the first point to Texan Esports. Vowel takes a nap right here as the round ends. I guess he was pretty tired after playing.
Absolutely great holds by Texan Esports there on that first point. They are playing strong today.
Interesting enough run for the first round.
Looks like they're going to do about the same, but with Satchel Soka switching over to Soldier.
He ran Soldier at the tail end of last round, in case you missed it, and Big Me-Man's playing Ramatra here. Ramatra is a pretty good pick on this section of Ilios. And it looks like the rest of the team will keep their previous composition.
They're definitely going for an aggressive lead on this point here.
They're definitely attempting to push it. I think I saw a Junker Queen. Oh, nope, it's still just I guess I mistook Lifeweaver.
It looks like they have switched up their healer comp quite a bit, running Lifeweaver and Moira now on the other team.
I know Moira. It looks like it was only the Lifeweaver, which was the swap, who previously played Mercy in the last round. Big Me-Man's getting the first pick of this round on Sen. Satchel Soka is holding the team back. Honestly, it was impressive Satchel held the enemy team back long enough for the rest of the Texans to catch up to him.
It looks like he is taking his respective high ground up here. Probably going to go for some cheeky picks.
The high ground is definitely a good play to go with the solid hit scan characters, because if you can hold high enough and they don't do anything about you, that can be devastating, especially for ultimate abilities like Deadeye or Tac Visor.
This Lifeweaver could cause them some trouble contesting that high ground, though, with his pedal.
Vowel is hiding in the high ground. I guess he's looking for some interesting flanks. Big Me-Mans takes out a Honey Inspector, and it looks like Fried Rice with the life grip.
Big Me-Mans with a double kill there on both Honey and BCD.
Interesting pick. See, this is what I was mentioning earlier, how Ramatra is an interesting and pretty strong pick if you can play him on this side of the map. Big Me-Mans is taking on the whole V-Hawk team pushing him.
We are quickly approaching all of the ults for Tarleton State, so I assume the other team will be getting their ults pretty quickly here as well.
It seems oh, Tac Visor and Annihilation come out. Satchel Soka gets hit out of it by Sen. Vowel returns the favor by knocking out two of them. Big Me-Mans is stacking with the Annihilation. Death Blossom coming out here for some big damage on BCD, and it looks like Dampish Penny will finish that one off.
You're better off with me.
Big Me-Mans and both of the Texan supports still alive. They just need to hold off the point. It looks
like Fried Rice has switched over to Life Weaver for this point.
pretty hard to get off the Death Blossom when there's a Tree of Life just constantly blocking your damage. Solshoka knocking Sen and BCD off the point to capture the second point, and round 2 and the first game goes to Texan Esports.
Definitely a huge round for Tarleton State here. They are starting strong today.
Play of the game goes to Dampish Penny as Zenyatta. Interesting. Ooh, this was a strong... this is a pretty decent
His
play.
Zen gameplay today has been very strong.
The interesting thing about this point was cornering that Mercy off guard.
They definitely isolated her and took her out. That is key to winning fights like that. One healer down, and the fight is almost decided.
Interesting enough, I'm surprised I didn't see a lot of Big Me-Mans using the hook on Roadhog on that first point there. Because that first point they played, it's a critical move to most tanks if you're playing a strong like Roadhog to just throw your opponent off the map. So I found it shocking, but he still outplayed BCD and the Zarya, which not sure why they stuck with the second round, but I'm not gonna say much. We are currently in the ban phase of round 2 for tonight's matchup. So for round 2 payload, the teams have banned maps respectively, so they are now voting on which map to play. I'm just astonished by the absolute the way they kept holding that line for the rest of Texan Esports, how Satchel Soka and Big Me-Mans were just holding it. Kaylin, what do you think about that?
Teamwork. They were definitely working very cohesively today. They are just very in sync.
And it looks
I think this will be a great game.
And it looks like we have selected the map for round 2 of tonight's matchup. Teams are doing the final preparations before we head into the game.
I definitely expect to see some hog gameplay from Big Me-Mans on this map.
Oh yes. The teams are readied up, so we will be heading into the game. We are heading into round 2 payload on Rialto. This is another interesting one because, like Ilios for control point, there's a lot of areas where you can get pushed off. So I would see heroes like I would see tanks like Doomfist or Roadhog, Diva, or Reinhardt would be good plays here. And DPS, maybe like Ashe or Pharah would be interesting plays here because there's a lot of area to get pushed off that map. Five seconds here.
It'll definitely be interesting to see what Tarleton State chooses to run.
Looks like Tarleton Texans will be defending the payload first. And it looks like I was right with the calls for DPS and tank. We've got Roadhog and Pharah from Big Me-Mans and Satsuka, which I'm scared to see what's going to happen with these two because this potential will be problematic to play against.
These characters are definitely great for knocking their opponents right off the map and into that water below.
And it seems Fried Rice is swapping back to Ilari for this map. And Vowel on the Widowmaker.
I'll be curious to see how this goes.
Vowel almost immediately picking off somebody. Big Me-Man's holding with, I think Dampish Penny's behind him. I'm not too sure, honestly. It looks like I called it again it looks like they are playing Doomfist into this. Yeah, BCD is trying to target Satchel Soka.
Owl got pushed off his high ground there by that Doomfist.
Oh. An insane amount of healing being pumped into Big Meme Man's as he was taking blows left and right. Satchel Soka trying to flank from above Farah.
He's definitely trying to get as much damage from up there as he can.
Val with the first pick on Sen as May. I have no recollection, I guess. And it looks like Texan Esports is taking a moment to push. Did I just hear a High Noon get shot out?
You did. You did.
It looks like Honey Inspector built up Deadeye and got killed out of it. That is
very unfortunate. That's a rough one.
Ooh, Val and
Penny is flanking.
Val and Sen picked each other off. Interesting trade. And it looks
Dampish Penny is now backing up.
It looks like
I was curious to see what he was gonna do over there.
V-Hawks are going to lead with a Kitsune Rush.
Kitsune Rush is definitely very good for leading a fight and trying to get that team kill.
Unfortunately, Big Meme Man and Satchel Soka holding him back long enough to outlast it. Vowel's holding from behind, and it looks like Satchel Soka knocked Honey Inspector out. Oh.
BCD is ulting there. Unfortunately, does not get a pick.
The counter from Dampish Penny. Big Meme Man's taking out Sen before the Blizzard does anything to him. Dampish Penny picking BCD out of nowhere. Oh. I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Definitely an unfortunate timing on that Zen ult.
Dampish Penny holding the line. Vowel assisting, getting the kill on Captain Rips.
An excellent headshot there from that Widow. Beautifully done.
Fried Rice has Captive Sun. Satchel Soka has Rocket Barrage. And it looks like Big Meme Man has Whole Hog. Interesting ultimates here could be used.
Yes, I'm sure the other team still has a few of their own they're holding.
They did use Meteor Strike. BCD swaps to Roadhog. So BCD used Meteor Strike. Cat used their Tree of Life, and I know Sen used Blizzard.
I believe Nano is still on the table though.
Vowel picked off BCD, a huge play.
Dampish Penny doing some crazy damage with Zen.
Vowel is now at a high ground, so... Ooh! Wow. And it looks like...
Gorgeous sniping from Vowel. This man cannot be beat on the Widow.
And it looks like Texan Esports held...
Big Meme Man was ready with that ult on the end to ward him off if they got too close.
And it looks, the first point not even a point, but all Texan Esports has to do is get to that first area, just that second corner even, and that's round 2. It's interesting how it played out, and at the end, even both tanks decided to just play Roadhog.
Definitely an interesting choice. I wonder if we will see the other team running the Roadhog again.
And it looks like a strong set of changes. Big Meme Man's going for the Doomfist. Satchel Soka on Widowmaker. Vowel playing Genji. And Fry Rice swapping from Eladi to Lifeweaver. Strong set. It looks like they're going for a dive.
Looks like they want to finish this game quickly.
Merry Christmas from Genji. I am eager to see what this dive looking comp will do.
I'm curious to see what Satchel Soka will do on the Widow here.
It looks like they've swapped to Sigma for a tank. Interesting choice. I mean, I guess Accretion would be useful in some cases for knocking. Satchel Soka in the back trying to get a good bead, but it looks like everyone's moving out of sight. Big Knee Man's going in as Doomfist.
Satchel Soka unfortunately getting picked off by Sensen there.
Fried Rice life gripping. Big Knee Man's out of danger. Vowel reflecting into BCD. Satchel Soka has swapped to Hanzo. Vowel knocking out Captain Rips. It looks like it only looks like it's Dampish Penny and Cat, and that is point 2 in game 2 going to Texan Esports.
Definitely great team builds. And another player of the game from Dampish Penny.
And it looks like we're now going in between to round 3 for Flashpoint. Interesting picks on that dive right there at the end.
That was definitely... I don't think we've seen them run anything quite like that this semester.
The V-Hawks are calling for a team comp change. Today's change in ambience in the background of the stream is from Overwatch's latest collab. It's definitely more lively for between games. I'm enjoying this.
Yes, the music is quite loud.
I have game chat or game audio turned down so I can evenly hear the game myself and you, so probably
I keep turning my music down and it still gives me a jump scare every time I enter the game. It's a fun change of pace though.
Alright, looks like for Flashpoint round 3 map has been selected. We are going to be playing on Servasa. Once again, I think this is like they've only played Junkertown, the only other Flashpoint map, twice in their season. Teams are doing the final ready-ups for round 3.
I definitely like Servasa better than Junkertown.
Servasa is definitely a better map in terms of how team fights can go. Junkertown's a little too open in my opinion. It leaves too much open to like random shots, especially if they would ricochet. And
definitely, there tends to be a lot more cover in Servasa.
We are now loading into Servasa for Flashpoint round 3.
I love the music too that you get with this map.
It is definitely a beautiful soundtrack for this map. Alright, we are going to get ready for action here soon. Alright, we are now on Servasa. Interesting map.
And an interesting team comp here.
I'm sorry, what? Sorry, I'm a little taken aback. Double hit scan, that's pretty good, and Vowel on Soldier, Satchel on Sojourn, pretty good. Fried Rice on Lucio, I've seen him play Lucio, I think a total of a few times, and he's pretty good. Dampish Penny on the Moira, interesting choice for sure. And Big Me Man's playing Mauga, who recently...
Well, they have enough heals to sustain the Mauga.
It's interesting because Mauga recently got a buff in the latest patch update that made him quote-unquote viable again. Looks like Captain Rips will be the new tank for the V-Hawks. Satchel Soka starting off strong, taking out Honey Inspector, who's on support.
Fried Rice getting taken out by BCD on the Cassidy there.
Big Meat Man's is now holding the line for the point. It's interesting how he's playing the Mauga into this. BCD picking off Satchel Soka in the background. And Vowel taking out Captain Rips.
Big Meme Man's getting taken out there, just not quite getting enough heals to keep up.
And it looks... Oh, looks like the ultimates are already in play. BCD rushing the high noon to get a pick on Vowel. Fried Rice charging up Sonic Barrier. And
Sensen with a double kill on both of Tarleton's supports there.
And
Hitting the ground running.
looks like Tarleton's going for a reset right here. Team comp still holds strong, and Sonic Barrier and Overclock.
This ends now.
Speaking of, Overclock coming out from Satchel Soka.
Great display of
First team kill of the night
there.
coming out from Texan Esports.
Just fantastic teamwork all around from Texan Esports tonight.
They're playing strong, and it's amazing, honestly. I can only imagine what the coordination in the team chat is. Holy, okay, cage fight coming out from Big Meat Man's. Looks to be huge.
What was Blizzard?
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Blizzard seemed to neutralize the cage fight pretty effectively.
Tarleton still holding the point.
Seems like Meme Man's was definitely fast enough to get enough damage for his team to be able to pick off for the rest of the team.
First
And
flashpoint
get
goes.
that first point.
First flashpoint goes to Texan Esports, and it looks like the V-Hawks are swapping to Mauga as well. So it looks like it's going to be a Mauga fight.
They're also running an Ana here.
Ana is a very strong pair to Mauga, compared with the Biotic Grenade doing extra healing. Which is why back when Mauga was released, it was convinced you need to at least run an Ana.
That Bionic Grenade can be very dangerous.
Looks like Sonic Barrier comes out from the V-Hawks, but Big Meat Man's and Texan Esports are quickly neutralizing the bonus damage you can take. Stepping on the point, and it looks like it's a Mauga duel between the tanks. Ooh, Big Meat Man's with a double kill.
And the melee there on the other team's tank.
Satchel Soka is holding the other team from a distance.
Looks like he is rushing up to prevent them from getting back.
Anything for his team, right?
Fortunately, he is taking quite the damage as they have this little battle of the soldiers here.
Thanks.
Vowel still running for a double hit scan. And looks like he's flanking from behind.
They still haven't noticed him behind them.
That was an interesting play from Vowel and Satchel Soka working together. Who is on the point?
Great
Oh.
flank by Satchel Soka. It looks like their May has snuck over on the point, though. Just enough to get him into overtime.
Second flashpoint goes to Tarleton Texans. And it looks like I am on the wrong. Val running to his spawn to get some extra healing. And
It looks like they are having a fight though on the first point, rather than going straight ahead to the point.
Satchel Soka with the overclock, going for a
A
three-piece.
triple kill.
I am sad I missed that, unfortunately. Hello. Texan Esports holding and claiming the point first.
They definitely had that first fight in an interesting spot.
Vowel getting picked off by Captain Rips. Satchel Soka assisting Big Me Mans. And it looks like
Double cage fight.
it's anyone's cage fight here. Looks like the whole team is Captain Rips and the entire V-Hawks are inside the cage fight, and they took Big Me Mans.
There are just ults flying out everywhere. Dampish Penny jumping off as well as Satchel Soka to get that team reset here.
Texan Esports is going for the reset here. Do my eyes deceive me? They do not.
Vowel is switching to Reaper over here. Getting a pick on BCD right there.
I wonder what the Valve fans are tonight. I have seen a lack of them. That is a nano boosted Mauga.
Faking out Vowel there. Oh, it's just unfortunate, really.
Satchel Soka attempting to hold the point as best as he can for the team.
Unfortunately gets taken out there by their Ana.
Vowel's immediately back on the point.
Unfortunately,
Was.
getting killed very fast.
Looks like it's overtime for the V-Hawks for point 3.
Fried Rice holding point as long as he can to try to keep him in overtime for his team to get back, but not quite making it.
Looks like Texan Esports decided to let them have the point for more of a advantage because they'd be extremely staggered continuing to fight in overtime. It's better to reset if you have room than to stagger ultimately and risk losing the next few team fights.
Oh no.
Vowel getting ambushed the second he unleashed Death Blossom.
Fantastic sleep there from Cat. There is just nothing you can do in that situation. Charlton is backing off a little bit of this flashpoint here while they wait for their rest of the team to regroup, as Vowel has now switched to Bastion.
An interesting pick. And it looks like Dampish Penny sacrificed to go back to the Zenyatta. I think a
Big
cage.
man's getting blocked off there. That is just.
I think a cage fight got
absolutely
canceled.
wild.
I
I
heard,
believe I did heard it go. I heard it go out, but I'm not sure on whose end it was. I think it was on the other teams there.
Captain Rips unleashed cage fight, but then immediately got canceled. Fried Rice is contesting the flashpoint solo.
Stalling as long as he can for his team. Looks like they are having a Lucio duel there.
With a Mei, side of Mei. A Blizzard comes out, but
going out.
nobody gets caught in it. Big Me Man's unleashing cage fight.
Definitely traps the whole team, but
But
just can't
Sonic
quite get enough damage done with that
Sonic
bionic
barrier.
grenade there.
Sonic Barrier came out and unfortunately neutralized the cage fight. Satchel Soka going for 3. Almost 4. Texan Esports reclaimed the point last second.
They are definitely keeping it close in Flashpoint on these points. Let's see if they're able to hold.
I will say, it's been an interesting back and forth fight.
Yeah, this has definitely been the closest round this game yet.
Looks like Val's going out with the Bastion ultimate of artillery configuration, picking off Honey
That gets
Inspector.
a pick there on Honey Inspector. Great teamwork, taking out a healer before the round even starts.
Satchel Soka flanking from the side of the V-Hawks.
Also playing very aggressively here.
No mercy from Satchel Soka tonight. He is on a roll. Looks like there's one last team fight left in this round. Potentially the game even.
Alton is going to push up probably a little here to try to hold them off that point.
And
They're able to take out Honey Inspector, and
the V-Hawks
they
failed
just
to get
couldn't
on the
make it
point.
back.
The V-Hawks failed to reach the point, and that ends round 3 and the game tonight. Texan Esports winning the first round of their playoffs 1-0, going 3-0 in tonight's game. Vowel taking play of the game at the end of tonight's game.
A great first round of playoffs for the Texans here.
And an interesting set of games all around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for tonight's matchup. Thank you for sticking around. And with that, I will close things off for tonight's stream. Kaylin, you have anything else to add?
Tune in next time. Great teamwork from the Texans. I'm excited to see how far we'll end up going in playoffs.
Indeed. And with that, everyone have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you all next time.